Alright guys, so what we're making here is a Filipino mango graham float. I started by using 3/4 cups of unsalted butter, and I browned it until I got those little brown bits that smelled a little nutty. I then took some graham crackers. It took 2 packets of these graham crackers, and I put them in this little food processor so that I could make a crust. Now I did grind them down, and once I grinded them down, I went ahead and I took those grounds and I added it to the brown butter. Now this is when I realized I was probably going to have to take the grounds down a little bit more, especially for the bottom part of the crust, because I needed it to be a little bit finer. So what I did is I took about 1/3 of this out of here, and I went ahead and I put it back in the food processor to create that bottom crust, which was really fine. I took that and then I tossed that in the freezer while I prepped the mangoes. Now with these mangoes, I have 4 large mangoes. I used 3 of them and I cubed the mango portions. And then for the other mango, I went ahead and I just did some slices to go on top for the garnish. I then came in and I made a whipped cream, and this was 3 cups of heavy cream. I whipped that until it got soft peaks. I then added 3 tablespoons of condensed milk, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Once that was done, I pulled that crust out. I took half of that whipped cream and I put right on top of that crust, and I just wanted to spread that as even as I could around the pan. Now I did keep having to check the time because I was trying to make sure dinner and dessert was done before the boys got home, because I knew they were going to run through the house saying they were super hungry. So next, once I got that spread out, I took the cubes of the mango that I cut and I just put them right on top of the whipped cream. And I wanted to make sure I was getting an equal amount throughout and making sure, I wasn't leaving any holes, because I wanted to fill up the mango, because it's a mango dish, so you want to make sure you get as much mango in there as possible. So right on top of this, we're going to go ahead, what I did was I went and I stirred my whipped cream a little bit, but then I wanted to go in and get some of that graham cracker with the brown butter, and I wanted to put a crunchy layer on top of the mango. So this was another 1/3 of the graham cracker with the brown butter. it look as presentable as I could and use up all the mango slices that I had. So I ended up with this little design here. And I think I actually had a piece of mango slice left and I ate it in the end. But yeah. Yep, and that mango was good. So this is what I ended up with, this design. I popped it in the freezer and pulled it out 30 minutes before we ate.